Oyo ye Leader of Opposition, Honorable Ssenyonyi Atabusse ensonga za Paalamenti ya Uganda nga bwe tukimanyi obulungi nti Paalamenti tekyatuula yawummulamu. Ono atema ensonga ezigenda maaso mu Paalamenti y'eggwanga ku Sipiika wa Paalamenti n'ababaka ab'enjawulo mu bibiina eby'enjawulo mu Paalamenti. Ono yeemulugunya nnyo olw'ensonga ezitambula maaso mu Paalamenti, engeri ssente ze zijaajaamizibwamu mu Paalamenti, nga Sipiika wa Uganda buli lunaku akozesa $10,000 ezino nga teziri ku musaala gwe, teziriiko mbalirira, wabula ze ziteekeddwa okumuweebwa nga Sipiika wa Paalamenti okukola mu byetaago bye ebya bulijjo. Naye ono ye yeemulugunya kubanga agamba ofiisi ye nga Leader of Opposition yo tefiiriddwako kubanga abakozi abateekeddwa okugibeeramu tebaliimu. Ofiisi ya Leader of Opposition eteekeddwa okubaamu abakozi ab'enjawulo okugiyamba ku mirimu egy'enjawulo kubanga ye ng'omuntu omu tasobola kwemalirira. Ono yasalawo n'agamba abakozi abadde bakola ne Mwami Mpuuga ng'akyali Leader of Opposition abakkiriza basigalewo barenewinge contract zaabwe, wabula Sipiika yavaayo n'amugamba nti ssente tewali, abakozi beetaaga kendeeza bukendeeza, ssente zigenda mu ofiisi ya Kaminsona, naye nga ofiisi ya Kaminsona eno ye ofiisi etuulamu Mathias Mpuuga. Kitegeeza ssente zibadde zimuweebwa zirina okumuweebwa ng'ali mu eri ofiisi endala. Kino kyaleetawo okwennyamira mu mitima gy'abantu abategeera ensonga zino. Ono yeebuuza lwaki Sipiika wa Paalamenti ye ssente azikozesa nga bw'ayagala, teziriiko nambalirira, wabula boogera bwogezi nti ssente bwe ziti zaafulumye ku nsonga bweti ne bweti, naye nga tebamanyi na kumanya nti oba zaakoze, ate nga ssente zino ssente ya muwi wa musolo. Honorable Ssenyonyi ayogedde ku nsonga zino, tumuwulirize tuwulire bulungi nnyo obubaka bwe ku nsonga ez'enjawulo ze yeemulugunyaako.
It's important that as leaders we be accountable, and it's important that as the citizens they speak out and hold us accountable as leaders. As leaders, we are not above reproach. The people that are asking questions put us in these positions, and they expect us to be accountable to them. So various allegations have been leveled against this institution, but with specificity the Speaker of Parliament, and we have been concerned as the opposition about these numerous allegations. So we sat this morning to agree on we have been watching, by the way, and we were deliberate about us being silent so that we see all that unfolds, so that we are able to capture everything that the people of Uganda are saying, and then we get to speak out after we have captured all of it. The allegations range from things like travel per diem. We have been seeing figures flying around on social media and elsewhere where the Speaker flies to different countries, and the per diem is not quite explainable, as we have seen these allegations out there. We know that the Speaker's per diem is $9,900 per day. The figures we are seeing, or thereabout, 990. The figures we are seeing out there show that the per diem was more than $4,000 per day. It does not quite make sense. Did the rules change? If so, who did change them? The people of Uganda want to know. But also, the days purported to be out are several days, showing about 5 months in a row or thereabout. Again, there's need for an explanation because the Speaker has not quite been away for that long. But also, the days indicated are questionable, whether or not actually these trips were made, even when the monies were paid. Ugandans want to know. There have also been allegations about community outreach mobilization and donations by the Office of the Speaker. Billions of shillings have been put on different accounts of staff members, purportedly for activities by the Speaker out there in the field. Again, the country wants to know, how does this get to happen? After the Kazinda saga in the OPM, government issued a new modus operandi to say that accounts of staff members of different government entities cannot receive more than 5 million shillings. But we are seeing plenty of money being put on the accounts of staff members. Some work in the Office of the Speaker, others different offices, as you have been seeing. It's important that there gets to be an explanation about this money. It's a lot of money. What exactly did it do? How come it's being transmitted through accounts of staff members? There's been a concern about recruitment of staff to Parliament of Uganda. The Auditor General, by the way, reported on this matter in his report, showing staff that cannot be identified. And then we kept hearing people were being recruited irregularly. Some, we are told, are relatives, friends, in-laws, outlaws, whatever the case might be. There's need for an explanation. Who gets to be hired? And how? What process do they go through? As the Office of the Leader of the Opposition, we have lost staff whose contracts ran out at the end of January. I did engage the leadership to say, these people have been working here 2.5 years, doing good work. Let's renew their contracts. Normally the procedure has always been the new leader nominates a new team. But I said I have no problem with those who have been there. Let's renew their contracts. Speaker of Parliament, together with the clerk, told me that there's no money. That the wage bill ceiling had been hit. So contracts cannot be renewed. But as that's happening to the Office of the Leader of the Opposition, we then hear there's other recruitments happening. How? There's need for a proper explanation to all of these different issues. We have also raised concern again regarding money as appropriated by the Commission. The Commission is in charge of this institution. From the time that I joined the Commission as leader of the opposition, I've not been invited for a Commission meeting. I don't know if Commission meetings are sitting. I don't fully understand what's happening there because the modus operandi had always been, and I get to the regular Commission meetings. In fact, at some point there were 2 meetings every month. It's over 2 months since I'm in office and I'm not invited for any Commission meeting, and yet work keeps happening that ideally should have been okayed by the Commission. Again, that is not clear. We have also heard about contracts that are signed in a surreptitious manner. There is one particular one where a radio station in Mukedia, which we understand belongs to the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, called Mama Mukedia FM, was given a contract by the Commission worth 3.12 billion shillings to do Parliament work, whatever that work gets to be. Again, we don't fully understand the process, how this was done. Were procurement regulations followed for this contract to be awarded? Also, the people that signed off that contract as managers of the radio station are staff of Parliament in the office of the Speaker. So how exactly does that happen? You staff in the office of the Speaker, you also manager of her radio station, and then there's the contract. What's plenty of money? It's problematic, and it needs to be explained. The Commission, and again this has been out there, we discussed it here in the Shadow Cabinet, money that was doled out to commissioners, including former leader of the opposition, 3 NRM commissioners. As a political party, NUP, we have made steps regarding our member, but that's as a party. However, still as an institution, there is concern. There is concern when members of a commission sit and award themselves money in a manner that is not clear. Because you see, the commission, how it operates, or how it's meant to operate, allowances and all benefits for staff are properly institutionalized. This was not the case. This is money that people sat and awarded themselves, 500 million, 400 million, and it's personal to holder. In our engagement with, at least on our end as the party, when we were asking our colleague, the Honorable Mpuga, said, how exactly does this get to happen? What happens to whoever becomes law after you, for example? And the response was, every law gets to negotiate their own benefit. That's problematic. Because then I asked, assuming now as new law, I quote unquote behave well to whoever is meant to okay this, does that mean I can negotiate for 2 billion shillings? It is not right. Also, there's been dishonesty around this issue because our colleague said he has not received this money yet. He's been waiting for the first installment. We saw the spokesperson of Parliament, Mr. Chris Obore, on TV somewhere confirming that former law and the 3 commissioners received this money. We need to be honest as leaders. It's important. So as the Shadow Cabinet, we have agreed on 3 things regarding all these various allegations, all these various matters. Number 1, that I write to the Speaker, which I have done, this is a letter writing to the Speaker asking her to convene a commission meeting, because there has been no commission meeting, at least since I got into office. Not one that I'm aware of. So it's important that the commission gets to sit and we get answers to all of these various expenditures, plenty of money that is not explained legally or even morally. That commission meeting gets to happen urgently within this week. If there have been meetings happening and I'm not in the know, this one I want to be in the know, so that I sit therein and ask questions. Because the commission okays all of these expenditures. We want to know. Number 2, you know that Parliament was adjourned, signed, died, and we don't know when next it's going to sit. So as the Shadow Cabinet, we are asking the Speaker to convene Parliament soonest within this week, so that we discuss these matters. So that as an institution, we get to be accountable to people out there. But number 3, that Parliament of Uganda, this institution, gets to unequivocally explain to the people of Uganda all these various allegations. Staff recruitments that are irregular, monies that are spent in manners that are not understandable, the per diems, service awards, the contracts and all of that, that as an institution, we get to see a proper explanation to the public. It's not enough for the spokesperson of Parliament to be on some media houses and say what he has been saying. It's his job to do that. But as Parliament, to release a proper statement explaining these issues to the people of Uganda. We are accountable to the people of Uganda. And no one should say it's not the business. This is their money. So how do you say it's not their business? It is their business. Our vision as Parliament is to be a people-centered Parliament. If we are to be a people-centered Parliament, we must account to the people. That we shall be people-centered. Otherwise, then we are not being honest with ourselves. Our hope is that these three demands and resolutions from the Shadow Cabinet get to be acted upon soonest, that a commission meeting is called within this week. Parliament gets to reconvene so that we discuss these matters on the floor of Parliament. But number three, that Parliament as an institution provides a proper explanation to the people of Uganda about these expenditures. There is nothing classified here that cannot be explained. If these our demands as the Shadow Cabinet are not acted upon within this week, we shall communicate to the nation our next course of action. We said, let's give time for the other side to tell their story, because there's been a lot of silence, generally, from the institution, from the Speaker's office. We are saying, let's have them have their say and explain to the people of Uganda these matters in these different three categories: at the Parliamentary Commission, Parliamentary Plenary on the floor of Parliament, but also to communicate a proper explanation, accounting to the people of Uganda about these issues. If the week elapses before these things happen, we'll reconvene and then we'll communicate our next course of action. I thank you. Maybe to briefly say what I have been saying, Uganda, what are you Abiagala Musoga? We'll ask the questions after maybe I have translated. Okusokera ddala anyway, okusookera ddala ebintu bingi ebibaddeeyo mawulire Uganda nga babyogerako ku palamenti yaffe eno, nsonga nkulu, ensonga z'essente. Nga opposition tubadde tusirikiddemuko nga tulindiridde okulaba biki ebivaayo, byonna byonna biveeyo, byonna biveeyo. Bikuŋŋaanya obulungi tubyogereko. Lunaku lwaleero tutudde nga Shadow Cabinet ne twogera ku nsonga zino eziri eyo ku mitimbagano bannayuganda bazoogerako, boogera ku Parliament allegations nga balumiriza kino na kino. Ezisinga ku zo zeekuusa ku office yakulembera Parliament, Oweekitiibwa Speaker, entambula ze tulabe nga ssente empitirivu ezikozesebwa entambula ze. Speaker padiem owuwe olunaku abeera $9.9, naye ate ssente zetuze tulaba ezisaasaanyibwa olunaku akozesa $4,400 n'okweyongera waggulu. Okulumiriza okutwagala kutegeerekeke. Ennaku mpitirivu zibaliddwa zaatambudde, naye nga twebuuza, okay, ng'ovudde ku kya ssente okubeera ennyingi ennyo, bazongerezaawa ye? Ani yatuula n'asalawo okuzongeza? Naye ng'ekyo kivuddeko entambula ziri ngendo nga zibadde nnyingi, kubanga ezimu nga ali Nairobi at the same time ali Turkey nga tebitegeerekeka. Naye n'ekirala ng'ennaku nnyingi zino twebuuza, yagendayo yatambula engendo zino oba just basayingira ssente? kubanga ebbanga eryo ddene nnyo sipiika tatera kubanga taliiwo ebbanga eri lyonna atwagala ensonga ezo zitegeerekeke. Waliwo ssente mpitirivu eziraga nti sipiika abadde akola activities ez'enjawulo mu communities okusingira ddala mu Eastern Uganda gy'ava. Ssente zino nga ziyita ku akawunti z'abakozi ba paalamenti, ssente mpitirivu buwumbi na buwumbi. Twebuuza lwaki ssente zino ziyita ku accounts ez'abasitaafu ba paalamenti nga bagenda ne bazijjayo obaoliawo ne bazimutwalira. Byajja biti ebyo? Okuva ku musango gwa Kazinda, gavumenti yayisa